Guys, El-Rufai has been in the news just after the 2023 presidential election for the wrong reasons, because El-Rufai was taken to the National Assembly and they made jest of him. They said El-Rufai didn't know how to answer questions. They threw some questions at him, and then Barrister Solomon Lalong, who is the former governor of Plateau State, that's Jos. When you hear Jos Tomato, yes, he was once their governor rather, and he was here to say it as it is, everything that happened during this tenure or during the election, the presidential election of last year till this time, why he felt that El-Rufai shouldn't have taken that, taking the appointment he did, that Tinubu gave him. He said it was a bait for them to lure him. A bait, of course, is luring into humiliating him. That Tinubu went to Kaduna for a particular summit and ended up speaking with El-Rufai that he wants to give him an appointment, and El-Rufai willingly took. But you guys know that El-Rufai was the former minister of FCT, right? So, being the former minister of FCT, he has been a minister before. If I were him, he would have stood his ground, just like Barrister Solomon Lalong said. He would have stood his ground without accepting that offer. But then again, we won't say that El-Rufai is a saint. We can't say that, because El-Rufai also had things he did do to Christians during the last election. He said so many things about the Christians, but the truth is, when Kwankwaso's daughter got married, the Muslims, the Christians were all attended, and they were whining and drinking together, just like Barrister Lalong pointed out. So now there is asking, the host on this show asked him, do you think that Tinubu is in trouble for 2027? He said yes, he's already in trouble, not until 2027, he's already in trouble. He said, do you think that there are these cabals that are fighting Tinubu? He said, yes, there are a lot of people, from people who are aggrieved, the ordinary Nigerians who are aggrieved, and also the youth. And he said Nigerians should learn, the youth of Nigeria and other people should learn from other countries in Africa who have tried to see how they can remove these forces. And then a lot of people had something to say on the comment section. But let me allow you guys hear a little about what he had to say. Let's listen.
But he's somebody they should watch out for, because he has the capacity to mobilize people.
That's he's talking about. He's talking about El-Rufai. He has the capacity to mobilize people.
El-Rufai will emerge as a political godfather for the North in 2027.
You see, he's saying that Atiku should be very careful, if not El-Rufai is going to, emerge as a political leader for the North, because El-Rufai knows how to mobilize people. That's the truth. El-Rufai will use every manipulative. That's he can. If you go down my videos, you see a video I did a year ago talking about El-Rufai. He will manipulate people to vote for you. That's what he did for Tinubu. But when his embarrassment started, Tinubu never put his word to it. The next thing they say, they've taken El-Rufai to court and all of those back and forths. El-Rufai was charging them that he was embarrassed on the floor of the Senate and all of those things. Oh. But let us read what people had to say on the comment section. He talked about a lot of things, but someone said El-Rufai must have been driven by greed to have believed that Tinubu will appoint him after subjecting Tinubu to a lot of humiliation and verbal attacks. But he worked for him. People forget things so soon. He worked for him because he was leaving office as governor of his state, and he ensured that he did Muslim ticket there in his state, and also supported Muslim ticket. So I feel that Tinubu outsmarted El-Rufai, beat him to his game, and that is why there's this back and forth. If Tinubu did not outsmart El-Rufai, because El-Rufai used to think that he's the smartest, just like Governor Lalong has said, it means that always El-Rufai keeps thinking he's the smartest. But guess what? Tinubu, give it to him. This person said this interview might be an undercover media job to enable the presidency get a clear insight into what the opposition is planning against, but this will guide them in their strategy, articulation, and execution, including the political strongholds to lobby. Exactly what I thought when I listened to this. I said no, he shouldn't have let out the cat this way, because Tinubu is also a very, very, smart person. He's smart in the other way. Like he was saying, Mr. Solomon Lalong, Barrister Solomon Lalong was saying that what if Tinubu was truly saying the truth about the economic problems? He would have, prosecuted those people that said they did not. Two people said they did not collect any subsidy from government. These other 14 people would have been prosecuted, so that it would be like a lesson to others. But because he didn't do that, it shows that he's playing to the gallery. And he also mentioned that, is there any problem that does not have a remedy? That if anything happens that does not have a remedy, it means that problem, you do not know what you are doing. Do you understand? And then this person said, when I hear political Tom and Jerry talk of unseating Tinubu, I laugh. A man that won without the support of sitting president of his party is a lie. That's a lie from the pit of hell. In fact, I won't complete that. You know why? Tinubu was still. One thing about you, if people don't know Nigerian politicians, do you think they'll come back and tell you this is the person I'm supporting? All was just lies. All was just lies. Who told you that Buhari was not supporting? You think if Buhari was not supporting Tinubu, he will get it, no matter the amount? Because Tinubu was just, people were going to tell him that Buhari said he's not supporting you. Buhari never came out to tell him that. He was not threatening that he made Buhari president, that this is his turn to be president. It's not by being torn. Okay, now they have given you the turn. You can't do anything. People say, oh, Tinubu built Lagos. Tinubu built Lagos. He reached the time to build Nigeria. Cement finished now. Or I be the sand they're using to, or the messing men stopped working. Or all the contractors ceased work. People have not seen anything. This one say, youth, make we wake up from our party. Generational shift must occur. Exactly. This one say, I really don't appreciate this man and his unwise opinions. Where was he? El-Rufai initiated a live broadcast in Kaduna State to counter President Buhari's broadcast regarding the use of otherwise of new Naira notes. Was El-Rufai the only governor in Nigeria? Was currency circulation on concurrent list or executive exclusive list in the constitution? Does Kaduna State have its own central bank? El-Rufai should have been intelligent enough to know that what he did was sedition. So blaming Tinubu for what he must be on. You know that period that they were saying that the Naira should be collected back. They should. In fact, my kids have not forgiven if Mefele and Tinubu. Sorry, Emefiele and Buhari tomorrow, because they had their 7 box. They had to open it because they said December was the last time. Come and see. My children brought out all their savings. We're trying to take it to the bank just so that they. You understand that kind of feeling? My kids, I'm not forgiving those 2 people. Sometimes I just tell them, you have to just let it go, And when El-Rufai was saying that the people in Kaduna can still be using their money, all of those things. So they are trying to, the whole thing is just, man, this one said the fact that Kaduna suddenly becomes peaceful after El-Rufai left tells me a lot about him. You can't make this thing up. Tinubu should steer clear of this political jobber. Absolutely a failure. So what this guy is saying is that Kaduna is now very peaceful because El-Rufai left. El-Rufai, while he was in Abuja, he tried his best to follow the master plan. Of course, there was a plan. If there wasn't a plan, people would have still had something bad to say about him. But because he followed the plan, he demolished a lot of houses which people were not happy about. But he tried. But being a governor, people expected that El-Rufai would be a good governor. But it turned out to be the other way around. He was so about religion. El-Rufai was a bigot. His bigotry was top-notch. But right now, that the Tinubu has shown him Wutu, because he was the one supporting Shetima and Tinubu for Muslim ticket, because he did Muslim ticket too. He was a governor Muslim, the deputy was Muslim. So Southern Kaduna were written off. Every attack was in Southern Kaduna. So right now you see how it's happening. This one say El-Rufai, the team is one of the major reasons I supported Tinubu during the election. So many people are supporting El-Rufai. They still love him, and they feel that the reason why they supported, because El-Rufai is actually a mobilizer. The guy mobilizes a lot. But you see, Tinubu has smarted El-Rufai for the last time. Tinubu has smarted El-Rufai. El-Rufai thought he could play Tinubu, but Tinubu pulled the chair El-Rufai is sitting on. And El-Rufai hit his head. He went to him and told him, don't worry, sit on the chair, there's no problem, you won't fall. He now drew the carpet. Bam! El-Rufai fell and hit his head. Now, wow.